Our second recipient of the Life Membership Award this evening goes to someone who has done so much to raise the profile of soccer, not only in his hometown of Surrey, but across the province. Waldron Leard truly loves the sport, and he got the ball rolling back in 1973 when the first team from Surrey hitchhiked to Morel to play for the right to go to the island summer games. The seeds for the sport were sown, and in 1986, Waldron, along with Shane McClure, Phil McIntyre and others, formed the Surrey Lamplighter Soccer Club, and the ball was truly rolling. The first programs and registrations were offered in 1987, and the senior men's team entered the league in 1988, all under Waldron's excellent organisation. Coaches were put in place, referee clinics were held, the players developed, and the sport became a real rockbed of the community, the highlight of which was the annual tournament, which drew hundreds of players, spectators and interested observers to the town every year. Always looking to promote and showcase the sport, Waldron wrote a weekly column in the newspaper for 5 years talking about soccer issues both locally and across the world. He even brought in Graham Leggett to speak, who at the time was Mr. Television Soccer in Canada, and he even introduced a code of conduct to eliminate foul language from the game, something Waldron is very passionate about. An enthusiastic coach and an avid promoter of the women's game in particular, two of Waldron's proudest soccer moments were seeing a Surrey girl on one of the first P.E.I Panther teams and the first provincial championship won just a few years ago by the Surrey under-14 girls. Such things would not have been possible without the work done in the early days by Waldron Leard. Waldron served as president of the Lamplighters from 1988 to 1991 and was vice president of the P.E.I from 1993 to 1994. He has remarked that one of his most cherished moments is receiving life membership from Surrey in 2002. We hope he is just as proud tonight as he receives life membership from the P.E.I Soccer Association. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Waldron Leard.
Thank you very much. I've got a little bit of a talk here. I'll make up for George's brevity there earlier in the evening. I just felt tonight after Peter Pony that there were some things that I definitely had to say. For the past 3 years I have faced my mortality. There is no cure. I'm open about it, and to keep going you have to remember the good times. The best day of my life was the day that my daughter was born, and she's here with me tonight, and I'm so proud of her here. Over 57 years there have been some bad times. In the middle, there's been life. I've referred many times, I've had in the last 3 years, to the fun we had with soccer. It was because of we, not me, because of we, the memories are great. 1973 put me on the road of this sport to becoming my favorite game. My brother from another mother, Shane McClure, played in Morel that evening too. We hitchhiked to get there, yes, we did hitchhike. I saw you guys laughing, but we did hitchhike. That was a different trip because Surrey lads usually went down to the Morel Points to see if a dance would break out. When I lived in Halifax, this game cured homesickness. I made friends, traveled, had more than a few life experiences, learned tolerance, diversity, and respect. I learned that losses were soon forgotten together inside the Olympic restaurant kitchen on Quinpool Road. Wins were celebrated together at the Misty Moon Cabaret. Anybody my age knows what that place is all about. It was a fellowship, and it was a coming together of 2 or 3 Canadians, and the rest were immigrants from all around the world. Our one-of-a-kind keeper was from Cape Breton. He could be found at the Midtown Tavern at their opening time and passed out behind our bench and kick up when he got nervous. That's how I got to play the game as much as I did. Neither of us were much help to the team, but we had fun. And it was fun. Football, soccer, has given me so much and tonight continues to do so. I am humbled to receive this honor. All I wanted was for this great game to be played for fun and played well in my town. I wanted everyone involved to be the best they could be. My reward was never a medal. It was getting home without a side trip to the emergency room and the smiles and friendship, win or lose. The Lamplighters thrive. 26 years of this club's continuous play humbles me too. And I would like to recognize tonight Carmel and Justin from the Surrey Lamplighters Club. The club evolved from a bunch of guys from Surrey, to the Surrey Elite All-Stars, to the Lamplighters. And I like that name a lot. Colin Lee and Alan Webster owned the Lamplight restaurant. The senior men would not have progressed without the assistance of those two men. As a result, the minor program would not have grown. For the trivia buffs, that is where the club got its name, next trivia contest. On the women's side, Arlene McKay, a local pharmacist, was a huge support. In 2012, the under 14 Lamplighters boys side was in a P.E.I. Soccer Association Provincial Cup final. The Surrey High Midget girls won gold this fall. None of these players were born when we started club soccer, and that makes me smile. Even in losses, we all learned something. Even one night to Old Dublin and a humiliating 9-0 loss, yes, Mr. Diamond, that night was one of the best things that could have ever happened to the Surrey club because that loss was a teaching tool. The program kept going for there was a determination that would not happen again. This club has been knocked on its backside more than a few times. Coping with Paula Brown, Brendan McCormick, and Roy Lance sudden deaths were a terrible experience. It still aches today. Lamplighters are not quitters. I'm coping with my illness. I'm a lamplighter and I am not quitting. I am a Surrey guy through and through, but we are all islanders. I wish to thank the Churchill Arms for striking a top 10 item off my bucket list, the Challenge Cup won at home. It brought tears to my eyes that day to watch Jonathan Boss hoisted at the turf field. I don't think Sean McPhee, who's here with us here tonight too, he's an original Lamplighter. I don't think Sean McPhee and I will ever forget the atmosphere at the P.E.I. Ontario match at the Canada Games. The turf field and that amazing atmosphere were two more dreams come true.